Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And for this reading, I'm using a really fun deck that I really have been enjoying a lot lately, and it's called Healing with the Fairies. It's a Doreen Virtue oracle card deck. And I have to say, I think I love the backs of these cards so much. I think I even like the backs of these cards more than the actual deck itself. Okay. So we'll do 3 cards, and each card is going to represent a different aspect of the week ahead. And let's start with the first card, which is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Okay, exciting. Okay, so we have new location. So right at the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday, we have new location, which can mean a few things. It can mean that you're going to be actually physically moving to a new location, or making plans to move to a new location, or looking for a new place to live. It can also mean finding a new job or beginning to look for a new job. It could even mean like travel or vacation, although I don't get a real vacation-y vibe with this card for some reason. I feel like this is about moving to a new location, either your dwelling place, where you're going to live, or where you're going to work. And the overwhelming message with this card is that your energies have been shifting and changing for quite some time now, perhaps months and months, and it's sort of been building up to this point where your current surroundings, whether it's your job, your living place, whatever you find yourself kind of surrounded by, you've almost kind of outgrown those things, and your energy no longer really matches the energy of your environment. And so usually what happens there is either your environment actually starts to change to match your energy, or you simply find yourself moving to a new location that does match your energy. And that's kind of what this card is reflecting. And I've actually been getting this card a lot lately, and it's exciting because I am going to be moving to a new location. I've been wanting to move for like the last 3 years, and finally I'm going to be moving. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. So it's funny that this card has come up again. Okay, so moving on to, and one thing I want to point out with this card one thing that stands out to me is the butterflies here. And I know there's butterflies on a lot of these fairy cards, but the butterfly really is a symbol of transformation as well as flight. And I see flight as being, like you're taking off, freedom, you're going somewhere. And of course, that symbol of transformation and growing into yourself. Okay, so the next card is going to represent Wednesday and Thursday, so the middle of the week. And here we have a card that says moving forward fearlessly, which is a really nice accompaniment to the new location card. So beginning of the week, new location, and you're moving forward fearlessly. Kind of reads like a sentence almost. So moving forward fearlessly is basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's about being able to take steps forward without fear. And I think that this is really important, especially if you feel like you've been held back by fear in the past. And we all have. We've all been held back by fear. This is about not so much being fearless, but being able to recognize your fear for what it is and move forward anyway. So like that book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Don't feel like you have to be fearless. This is about questioning your fears, sitting with them for a while, maybe even getting to know them better, and moving forward anyways, despite that. So the sense that I'm getting with this card is that the middle of the week is a really good time to be making steps forward. So this is like actual action steps. So let's say you're, just an example, if you're wanting a new job, moving forward fearlessly would be, putting together your resume, sending your resume out, telling people that you're looking for a job, stuff like that. So actually, taking action. And once you figure out where it is you want to go, which I think is, new location is about figuring out where you want to go, what you want your surroundings to be like. Moving forward fearlessly is about actually taking steps to make that happen. Okay, so moving on to the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have raising your standards, which again really kind of goes with the theme here. So, new location, you've outgrown wherever you are right now, whether that's a job or a place that you're living. And then moving forward fearlessly, we talked about that. And then raising your standards is about, raising your standards is basically about not accepting, I want to explain this better. Okay, so raising your standards, an example that pops into my head when I look at this card is how so often we sort of settle for things because we think that we should be grateful for them, or we think that, it doesn't get any better than this, or this is good enough. But when we change ourselves and when we begin to kind of grow and transform and develop into ourselves and develop our consciousness, we begin to, things look different when we change internally. So we look at the world through a different lens, and things that may have been totally acceptable and fine, like a dead-end job or friends that are jerks, or a relationship that's really kind of blah, things that may have been totally fine before are no longer okay anymore, and you're just like, how did I put up with this for years? So that's what raising your standards is about. It's really about it's about what happens when you change on the inside but your outer circumstances haven't caught up yet, and you look around and you're kind of unsatisfied. So this is about, basically figuring out, what are your standards, what's acceptable, what's good for you now, what is it that you'd like to change, and just getting clear on, what your standards are now. And again, I'm going to come back to this card. This is the card of action and moving forward, figuring out what you need to do, what actions that you can do in order to change your external reality, because you've been working on your internal reality, and now it's time to maybe make some changes in your external reality. So I just want to look at all these cards together, and I'm noticing these two cards seem to be almost kind of like glancing down, particularly the middle card. And that makes me think that she's sort of looking where she's stepping. And I think that's important. I think that kind of brings kind of a practical ring to this reading, is, it's not enough to just, maybe have faith or be positive and trust. Those things are all good. But when it comes to taking action, you really want to be awake. You want to be vigilant. You want to be paying attention and looking where you're stepping, looking where you're going. Don't just kind of like, blah, 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 follow your dreams. That's great too, but, you want to really notice where you're going and, go into it with your eyes wide open and, move forward fearlessly, but don't do it with your eyes closed. So look where you're stepping. I think that's kind of the message there with that card. And let's see if there's any other things that pop out to me. I'm not seeing anything else. If you're watching this and there's something that you want to add or something that really jumps out at you as as being really important, please feel free to just comment in the comments below and let me know what what your insights are, what intuitions came up for you when you looked at these cards, because they're going to be probably different than what I got. And I just want to wish you the best of luck this week. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and you can learn more about tarot and oracle cards on my website, dailytarotgirl.com.